am at Kmart. I'm going to find a screwdriver. Kmart did not have a screwdriver that was cheap enough, so I'm at a place called the Warehouse and we're heading in. I think they have like a little set for $5.50, so that's what I'm doing. I think that'll do it. I think that's the cheapest one. Let's go. Well, either I'm not strong enough or it's the wrong size. I'm at my wit's end, guys. I am I'm not having a good day today. I feel like I've been really positive like the entire time I've been here today. I can't cop it. Okay, so I've taken out the old sink pump. I guess I just put that in the bin. The reason that was broken is because this bit at the bottom here had kind of snapped off like that. Yeah, if you can see that. So what I'm going to need to do is get another bit of piping like that from Bunnings or something and fix that. I'm going to try and put this in. So I've just spent the last probably 45 minutes searching the entire car, and I mean literally I took everything out, moved the seats forward and back about 50 times, everywhere. I took everything out from under here, everything, and searched for this little SIM card that I cannot find anywhere. I don't know what's happened to it. It must have fallen down some little crevice somewhere. I've looked in every literal crevice that I could freaking find, and I still can't find this SIM card. So now I've just decided to start packing my stuff since I've got everything out, and I can't be bothered to put it all back in again because my suitcase barely fits in here as it is. So I'm going to put under there anything that I am not taking, that's not mine, that I'm selling with the car, and I'm going to maybe try and fit my piano under there if I can, which I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna try. And then I'm going to put everything in my suitcase and probably just sit my suitcase next to me or in the front seat somewhere, and I'm just gonna have to get out what I need every day. I think it's just because I'm on my period at the moment. Sorry to anyone who feels uncomfortable with me saying that. I'm just feeling really, I just feel really like lost the last, I don't even know if it is my period actually, because the last week, I just feel lost. I've had the best time here. I think I'm at that point where I'd either need to get a job and stay and kind of settle in, or I'm like ready to go home. There's still some stuff that I would like to do, but yeah, I think maybe I'm just having a bad couple of days. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed with things that are going wrong, and yeah, trying to stay positive. I haven't had many of these days since I've been here. I've had pretty much all good days. It was bound to happen at some point, and it makes sense that it's towards the end of the trip, and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. Good morning. It's still very cloudy and probably gonna rain in the next half an hour or hour at least. But for now, it is not raining, and I quickly got up. It's like 6 o'clock. I quickly got up to make my coffee, and I'm just gonna sit in the car for the next half hour or so, and then I'll head into town. Stressed out of my freaking mind trying to sell this car, which is ridiculous unless it's a spam account. Honestly, at this point I would take a spammy account. Some guy was like, what's the lowest you'd take? You know, there's always that one person that's like, what's the lowest you'd go? And you're like, I don't want to say. But at this point, look, give me $1,000 and buy my ticket home and I'll bloody give it to you. Oh God, I'm so stressed. This is the downside to not renting and to buying. Well, the plan was I just had lunch and then I was gonna go do this hike that's about 10 minutes drive away, and now it's raining. So I don't know what I'm gonna do now. The Jacks Point Trail was different to a lot of the trails I've done. The track starts at the golf course, and you basically follow the golf course through open fields and little paved pathways until you come out along the Wakatipu Lake. You can follow this track all the way to Kelvin Heights. I didn't make it that far, I went about halfway, but it is quite a long track, so if you wanted to, you could go all the way to Kelvin Heights and then I guess come back if you needed to. This is what being out here is able to do for me. So I'm just walking back on this road and I start to think, you know what, I've had it pretty good this whole trip. Like, I've had pretty much nothing go wrong. Like, I haven't really had any troubles. I've had a lot of good weather. I've had it really good. So it was bound to happen that there was something go wrong, and I think as frustrating as it is, I still need to remind myself to be grateful that it's happening now at the end, and it didn't happen at the start and ruin my whole trip. It didn't happen in the middle and make me want to go home. That entire time where I was having like the most amazing trip, and now it's like waited to the end. But I am grateful that I got pretty much like 9.5 weeks without any problems, and it's only now that I am feeling not even a problem, I'm just feeling a little bit stressed and like overwhelmed by everything I have to do to leave, and selling the car and running low on money and blah blah blah. But I've had a really good time, and being out in nature has given me that clarity, and I'm grateful for that. Alrighty, I'm back at the car obviously. I'm going to go fill up my water at MPD, and then we'll head back to camp. Just cooking some dinner. It's a bit windy. My car is bogged. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I don't know. Is it funny? I don't know. But my car is bogged. Yep. That's fucked up. There's just so many things that keep happening to me. Alright, what am I gonna do? So I got myself unbogged, but this is the only way out of this little area that I'm in, which by the way, I will not be camping in here again tonight. I found this little plank of wood that was like had been tossed into the bush a little bit, and I kind of like wedged that under and tried to reverse, and it worked, and then I just kind of like sped over. It's 9:30, I'm heading out for a little hike. I'm just doing one of the trails here. I'm not sure how long it is, but I'm just going to follow the trail for a bit and see how far it takes me. So this is where it's confusing. I'm pretty sure this is the entry, pretty sure this is the entry. Okay, this says moonlight track access only. Okay, but you can barely see that. I don't even know if you guys can see that. And then there's also a track up there, but I can see that very slightly there's this sign up there that says no entry. But anyways, we're here now, so. And it looks pretty. I can still see the horses over there, but I think they're a bit far away. Anyways, I made it, so let's see where this goes. I'm just thinking, rambling on. I wonder what those walls are. What on earth is that for? Interesting. Cuties. I don't know how they got out. It's okay. I think the hardest part about traveling by myself has been when I've had days where I feel like shit. Just not having anyone that knows me, that loves me around me. And even though you can talk to them, you know, like by message or whatever, just not the same. Just such a small interaction as opposed to being around people for a day or living with someone or just going and hanging out, talking to people face to face. It's just different. So that's something that I think I've struggled with only really in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, otherwise I've really enjoyed spending time for myself. I do enjoy spending time on my own. Like I don't get bored really. Like I guess there are moments where it happens, but not a lot. But lonely, definitely have felt myself get lonely in the last 2 weeks especially. I think it's going to start raining soon. Clouds are coming in hot, so I think I'm going to start heading back. I was going to make my butter chicken for dinner, but I decided to just make a wrap. And I forgot I bought this bacon for breakfast and I don't want it to go off. So I'm going to cook some, put some in a container, and then I'll just put a little bit on my wrap. I don't think I'm going to camp right there. Maybe there, somewhere where there is no chance of being bogged. Alright, bacon is ready. I like my bacon nice and crispy. Maybe not that crispy, but chocolate crunchy bit. I'll do it. Hi again. As you might be able to tell, it still hasn't stopped raining. Now I'm eating my wrap. By the way, this wrap is amazing, and I added bacon to it, and it's really upped the game. There was a couple who were going to buy the car, and they pulled out because of the dent on the side of the car. I'm glad that I sent them a video before I went and met up with them. And there's another guy who wants to see the car, and I've sent him a photo of the dent, and I'm like, just so you know, this is the dent, and is that okay with you? And he said it's fine, so that's good. He's also happy with the price, which I've got it up for 4K, so that's awesome. I'm gonna go get the waft done anyways, just because it makes people feel better when they know that the car's running and I need to sell it. So it's only like 50 to 70 bucks apparently, so I don't mind getting it done. There's 2 people in Queenstown that want to see the car and 2 people in Wanaka. So hopefully I can see these 2 here in Queenstown first. I'm trying not to be greedy or anything, because like pretty much I just need to sell it for whatever I'm offered, but I also don't want to come off like I'm too desperate, because then someone's going to be like, I'll give you $2 for it. And I'm going to have to say yes, because I need to leave the country. But anyways, I'm going to go, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Oh my god, it's already puddles. I haven't got my hiking shoes on either. Just got my joggers on. So we'll see how this goes. This is the Sawpit Gully track. I only had time for one trail in Arrowtown, and this was a very popular trail, so I decided to do that. It was a beautiful trail. I did have a little bit of a gloomy day, but I think it kind of went with the vibe of the trail. This wasn't like an alpine feel or like the tropical vibe of the West Coast. It was very rugged and, you know, following the river and over the mountains, kind of like the rolling hills. And I think the weather kind of went with that, and I loved it. I made the mistake of not taking my shoes off before I crossed those little river crossings, and my feet are soaking wet now. It has started raining and I've got 5Ks left, so I better get a wriggle on. I am back at camp. I am going to try to wait for a break in the rain to quickly run back and make a wrap for dinner. And then I'm going to set up the bed and sleep because I'm pretty tired after that hike. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do for the rest of the night, so I probably won't film anything else. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Spend one night on this bed and one night on that bed, and it's got its own shower. That looks like heaven to me. Ugh. How do I get that down? Oh, no. Don't you normally like... Oh god. How do I get that down? Help. Do you pull that? There we go. Yay. There we are. Got some mugs, a toilet, all very, very luxurious. Alright, still on. I'm gonna go, signing off. I'm gonna have a shower. I've had a shower and I've just been sitting on my phone for a little bit. It's nice to spread out. I emailed the place that I've been going to get stuff fixed, like the mechanic, asking if I could get a waft there, and he said they don't do them, but if I go to this place called VTNZ, I think it's called, apparently you don't have to book in there. I can just line up and they put you through and do the waft for you, so I'm gonna check that out. I think that's in Frankton as well, which is where I am, so should be sweet. And then I'm probably just gonna spend a lot of the day in this room. I went to go to the laundromat to wash the bedding for the car, and I realized I don't have the laundromat card and I don't have the detergent because I took everything out of the freaking car. So I'm gonna go back and get those, come back, do the bedding, and that will be it for the day. There's a lot of just me talking today, sorry. The car is kind of my priority right now, and eventually I won't have the car, so I might not be able to go anywhere. And I've got 4 people keen to look at it, and a couple of them seem really, really interested, so we can only hope. Alright, I've pretty much brought everything from the car in, and it looks a little bit messy at the moment, but I'm gonna sit my suitcase up on this bed, clear everything maybe over to this bed, and then put away whatever I'm not going to use. Go through my food and blah 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 blah. Packed a little bit more. This side's kind of just a lot of loose stuff. But that's okay. I can deal with it as soon as I get home. These are clothes that I'm going to wear over the next few days. Just charging some things up. Got my backpack. My breakfast for the next 4 days is an apple and some Nutrigrain bars. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am barely awake, but I couldn't get to sleep until almost 2 o'clock, and I had to get up, not early, but it's 8 o'clock now, and I should be up and driving to the place to get the wharf done. So I'm gonna quickly get up and get dressed and go do that, and hopefully today's the day I sell the car. I'm sad to sell the car, but I know that I need to sell it, so it's bittersweet. I don't think I slept any better or worse than I did in the car, honestly. The only difference was when I needed to pee, I didn't hold it for as long as possible. Yeah. Gonna meet the first guy, I guess, who wants to buy the car. He's the one who seems the most interested, and he wants to get his mechanic friend to look at it and blah blah blah, so fingers crossed he buys it, because yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I was not expecting this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the most snow that I've ever seen change overnight. That's crazy. Alrighty, I am moments away from meeting up with the guy who I think is gonna buy the car, hopefully. Can't say for sure, but this could be the end of my road trip. I'm so sad, but I know that I have to get the money for the car and blah blah. Oh my god, this day keeps getting weirder. Oh my god. That is an insane amount of snow. I've put most of my clothes in there, plus 2 of my coats, and then I've got 1 coat in underneath all that stuff. My other one is hanging up there. Those clothes in that bag will be for the next couple of days, and then eventually that will probably go in that space. I've got a few things in the bathroom, like my toiletries and stuff. I might bring my shampoo and conditioner home because I've still got like half a bottle left each. That's to scrub my hiking boots, which I do need to give them a little scrub. They're not too bad, but sometimes they stop you at the airport. That's rubbish. But yeah, I got butter chicken, some rice, and a naan bread. And I just realized I didn't get a fork or a spoon. So I'm gonna have to eat it with my hands. Ever since I got back from picking up my food, I have felt like absolute shit. I almost feel fevery a little bit, like I just have body aches and like I have a headache and I feel like sick. So hopefully that's just the stress of the car, and now that it's gone, and a good night's sleep and I should be okay tomorrow. Right now, I think I'm going to just tuck myself into bed and finish off Station 19. I'm on Season 7, which I just realised, well, I looked it up. It's getting cut, so there will be no more seasons, and I hate that when I find that out, because you just get so invested and then they just cut it off. But anyways, I need an early night. So I will see you guys tomorrow. It was a good day. Selling the car was a good thing. It was sad, but it was a relief. And now I'm going to go to bed. Good night. So I've woken up with a really sore shoulder. This side, you know, like when you get like a sore, like when you hurt a muscle or something, it hurts when you move it to certain places. Mine's just hurting constantly. I literally went the entire trip without any injuries, and yeah, this is painful, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm gonna get some ibuprofen and it should be okay. I am gonna be here for another hour-ish and then try and get an Uber into Queenstown. I was gonna get the bus, but I just, with my neck and everything, I don't want to. Ow, oh my god. So I'm gonna stay at a hostel for the next 2 nights. So I'm gonna try and see if I can take my stuff and leave it there early. And then I'll go out and have lunch. Okay, I've packed everything up and I'm going to head out. My neck is so sore. I better bloody take that out. I'm gonna order an Uber and go to the hostel. I dropped my bags off at the hostel and then pushed through the pain to enjoy the afternoon in Queenstown. It was almost like the town knew I was leaving. There was markets on and live music by the lake. I bought some stickers for my drink bottle and then treated myself to lunch at Baja Mexican restaurant with a great view, beautiful food, and of course a cocktail to top it off. I finished the afternoon with an ice cream from Mrs. Ferg and had my final visit along the lake. I did feel a little melancholy seeing couples all along the lake, but although I don't have a partner, it made me very excited to go home and see the people that love me. Before heading back to the hostel, I grabbed something quick for dinner later on and some ibuprofen and tiger balm to hopefully help rest up my neck and shoulder. Then I spent the rest of the evening watching TV in my little cubicle in the hostel. On my last day, my neck somehow seemed to be worse and I could honestly barely move without it being excruciatingly painful. So I pretty much just stayed in bed the whole day and I didn't film anything. So now we are at leaving day. And these are my last few moments in New Zealand before I fly home.